So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Blendspace. Blendspace is a tool that I use frequently in my classroom, and I find it to be a very useful tool for developing digital curriculum. So you're probably wondering, what is Blendspace? Well, it's a web-based tool, which is nice because you don't need an app for it. It can be used on any digital device that has internet access. And it's just a really effective and easy way to organize a whole bunch of digital media in one place. And that makes it really accessible to your students. And I find it to be just a great lesson planning tool. So you're probably wondering, what types of media can I put in a Blendspace? And to help answer this question, I'm actually going to show you a screenshot of a Blendspace that I created for my Biology 1 class. And you can see from the screenshot that in this Blendspace I incorporated a PowerPoint lecture with a voiceover similar to this one. There are some quizzes that served as checks for understanding as well as pre and post assessments. And the cool thing about quizzes on Blendspace is that you can use the Blendspace quiz tool and students can log into that and it will collect their user ID and their responses, or you can use something like a Google form and collect the responses in a Google spreadsheet. I also included some Word documents. One of them contained the instructions for the meiosis video that they were going to be making. And then also on the Blendspace, I had a table where they could submit the link to their video as well. And so they could actually turn in their project on this Blendspace. And then other students could view their project and they were actually able to peer evaluate their project. I also have some YouTube videos on here and just other fun links to different activities for this one. So there's all kinds of digital media that you can actually incorporate into your Blendspace. You can do Dropbox files, PowerPoints, digital images. There really are endless possibilities. So you're probably also wondering, then how can you use this in your classroom? There's many different ways you can use it. One way is just a complete lesson plan. My meiosis lesson that I showed you on the previous screenshot, that was my entire lesson for the day and it was fantastic. It's also great to use as a meaningful substitute lesson plan. If you know you're going to be absent, instead of just having the students watch a movie for the day, you can actually give them something meaningful to do using a Blendspace. And it's really easy for students to use. It's also great for project-based learning. I've used it as virtual field trip or even if you have just a big project that requires many different elements for students, you can put them all in one place. I did this for a magazine project that my Biology 1 students did. It's also great for providing supplemental resources for your students. And it can help you then meet the needs of all of your students because you can give some extra study tools for students that need additional help, or you can put more challenging materials on a Blendspace for your more high-achieving students. So if they finish the work early in class, you can send them to a Blendspace with additional materials to enhance their learning. So a few more reasons why I like to use Blendspace. First of all, it's extremely easy to create and very easy for your students to use. So even if you're not very tech savvy, it's not a problem. You'll be able to create your own Blendspace. There are so many different uses of it that you can put in your classroom, which makes it a very versatile tool. It's also great for creating student-centered lessons that allow students to work at their own pace. It also allows for some flexibility in your lesson structure. Students can make decisions about their learning. They don't necessarily have to go through the Blendspace in order. Sometimes I'll put up a Blendspace for my students and tell them that they have to use about 5 of the 7 boxes that are on there, and they can pick which ones interest them. Also, it provides some great opportunities for informal assessment of your students. Using some of the different quiz tools that it has, or using Google Forms, you can informally assess your students as they're using the Blendspace. You can check in on their learning as they're doing the Blendspace, and it also frees you up as a teacher to go around and assist your students individually. So hopefully some of these ideas will resonate with you and inspire you to give Blendspace a try in your own classroom.